Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, it really helps. So today I'm going to talk to you about a piece of software called Home Assistant. It's actually a bit more than a piece of software, it's an operating system and it's developed by the community. It's open source and you don't have to pay anything to use it. You do have to provide your own hardware to run it, like a computer, like a Raspberry Pi. But other than that, there are no costs associated with running it. Uh, what does it do? So it's a software that allows you to bring all of your smart devices, like smart bulbs, like maybe thermostats, like cameras, stuff like that, into one common place. And it allows you to add a lot of different suppliers or OEMs, original equipment manufacturers, into one place. For example, you bought stuff from IKEA, you bought stuff that's compatible with HomeKit, you bought stuff that's compatible with Google Home, you bought stuff that's compatible with Alexa or Amazon side. So the Home Assistant allows you to bring all of it in one place. So right now on the screen you can see my dashboard. I know it's not the most it doesn't look the best. I've seen much better looking ones, but it allows me to do what I needed to do, and it allows me to control the devices in my home. I know it can be a lot better, but yeah, it works for me. So yeah. So one of the best things about Home Assistant, and what had me convinced that I want to do this, because it does take quite a bit of setup. It does require a bit of tinkering, if you might. So the reason I went with it is that it allows me to control a lot of my devices locally. So when I say it allows me to control my devices locally, as an example, let's say you have this smart light. So this is a Xiaomi light, a Yi light, YI. So normally the way this would work is I have an app and it goes to the cloud, connects to the cloud. Let's say I want to turn the light on. So I send a command, it goes to their servers, and then it comes back to the bulb in my home, and then the bulb turns on. So what Home Assistant allows me to do for a lot of devices, to connect directly to the device itself using your local network. So you don't have to go outside your home network to a server somewhere and then come back. You can talk directly to the device in question. This doesn't work for everything, but it works for a lot of things, like Tuya, Tuya. You can talk to it locally. So this allows me the flexibility to not have my devices exposed to the internet. So that could be a security problem if you're into that kind of thing. But even if someday the manufacturer decided to close down their servers, I will still be able to use the smart devices that I paid for. So it allows interoperability between a lot of smart device protocols. For example, Zigbee, for example, ZHA, for example, Matter, for example, Smart Life Tuya that I mentioned, IKEA, that's also based on Zigbee, like Google Home, and many more. So that's what makes it so powerful, and it has integrations. So it has local, for example, I'm using Google local Tuya integration. I'm using August, so that's a smart lock. I'm using a Brother printer integration, so that's for my printer. For example, I use a robot by Ecovacs, so that's the integration. Similarly, Google Home integration, I use an integration for my car. I own a Hyundai Santa Fe, so it allows me to just see stuff here, like the mileage and tire pressures and whatnot, so I can track it. Home Assistant allows me to see trending information like trends, so I can see fuel levels and battery levels and stuff like that. So yeah, it's very flexible. Now, one of the most powerful ways Home Assistant can make your life easy is by you being able to define automations. So you'll say, what's new in that? I can use Google Home to perform stuff automatically. You can say that you can use Apple HomeKit to perform stuff automatically. So why Home Assistant? The best part about Home Assistant is that you can create automations between devices that would not be compatible with each other otherwise. For example, you can use a generic third-party and no-name motion sensor to turn on a Zigbee light or an IKEA light. Similarly, you can use a Zigbee temperature sensor or a no-name temperature sensor to set up temperature control on your Ecobee or your Nest. Similarly, you could use a no-name Zigbee Tuya door sensor to provide notification to you on your phone, or maybe provide notification to anyone who's at home at that time using smart speakers. So sky is the limit. You're only limited by your imagination on what you're able to do. So it's really, really, really powerful. So yeah, this was my introduction of Home Assistant. In the very next video, we're going to talk about what you actually need hardware-wise to run Home Assistant. See you in the next video. Bye.